who is familiar with the story of the secret garden? Because this place is like that for me, and I have just made the discovery of a lifetime. Check it out. So the other day we came down to this corner of the paddock. We're thinking about opening the fence up so the sheep can roam around in there, because the trees are big enough now, they don't need protecting anymore. And while we were looking around, you see these this wall here on the wire. It's a telltale sign that sheep have been getting through. It's under one wire and over the other, and it's bound them together. So that's how I'm getting through. Oh, right. And now that we're on the other side, look what we have here. This, oh, right down here. That is a sheep jaw. So someone snuck in here when they shouldn't have, paid the price. And what I want to show you is this tree here. This is a locust tree, and it is huge. So there it is. Goes way up there. And it is cutely nestled between a couple of really large blackwoods. So if I bring it from this angle, you can see this here's a blackwood, this here's a blackwood, and that's the locust in the middle. So what we want to do is build a platform across here so that we can harvest easily, and then I'll probably take the top piece off up here. So platform around here between the trees, take the top off so that we can focus on this part of the tree. This thing's a whopper. I've just finished raking this area here, and I've been using the takings to reshape the edge of the lawn here. So as you can see, it's quite defined. It's probably covering 6 inches of grass. The trees have all grown bigger, and we want less to mow because it takes about 3.5 hours to do. So as well as extending the line up to the grass there, I've been filling in some of that sweepings and mulch in this back area, and we'll aim to get rid of all that strip of grass up through there, and back down through there. I'm building a compost which we can go and take a look at. I need a lot of compost around here because there's so much garden to do, and first of all the ones I've made are full, but it also putting them down here, it's down here, it's downhill, so easier to get to. So eventually all the stuff I'm walking on now will be not grass, and we'll have these compost heaps here forming some dirt in the meantime. Grapefruit trees get to benefit. want to show you a few of the things that I have been doing with my sheep's wool and sheepskins, evidently. So I'll just flip the camera. This is my first successful sheepskin. I cleaned it and I think it has come out really nice. It's just so soft, and let me show you the crimp and the fibre. If I can get a nice patch. Wait, where are we? You can hardly see my screen. Wow, there we are, look at this. And underneath, it's pretty soft. I fleshed it really thin, and I think it might need another light sand with a finer grit paper just to take off some of the husky bits. But other than that, I'm pretty sure, as far as I can tell, this puppy's ready to go. And the next one I have for you is it's the hide from a two-tooth wether. What does that mean? Well, I've learned a lot about sheep. So first of all, a wether is a boy who has lost his balls, and a two-tooth tells you how old it is. So sheep, first of all, only have teeth on their bottom jaw, and when they're lambs, they've got no teeth, and then when they're sort of 1.5, 2.5 years old, they've got 2 teeth, and then they get 4 teeth. But I didn't quite grasp the concept of how it all worked, so we killed a couple of lambs recently, and I looked in their mouths and they all had 4 teeth, and so I called up Ian and I was like, oh look, we took a few lambs from that flock like you said, and well, they all had 4 teeth. And he goes, well, were they adult teeth or baby teeth? And then of course the penny dropped and I clicked. I'm like, oh, it's like, yeah, they're just like humans, you know, when they're kids they have baby teeth and then they drop out and they get adult teeth. So the ones that we had killed were lambs, and now I'm fairly well adapted to looking in their mouths and figuring out what's a small tooth from a big tooth. But anyway, that said, this is the hide from the two-tooth wether. This fella, he liked life, and he was a bit of a jumper and wasn't too keen to meet this particular end. So we had our neighbour, who's a damn sight more experienced at such things, come over and do that for us, and he also showed us a new way of, well, a different method for taking the hide off. And so this one comes complete with legs, which is exciting enough for me that I decided to try not to let this skin go to waste. So I'll just turn him over for you. I haven't cleaned it like the other one, but he has got delightfully thick wool. Let's see if we can just open that up a little bit. It's as long as my fingers, and can we see that crimp? I'm not sure what you can see because it's so bright I can hardly see my screen, but maybe you can anyway. So this one will be joining the last one I just showed you. I'm also told that wool on the compost heap can be beneficial because it provides good moisture retention, and it provides a nice fibrous network for microorganisms to thrive in. So you can see here I've tossed it on a couple of my compost heaps directly. This one's since been covered up again, and I'm trialling it out around the plants, or some of the plants on the garden, to see how that cracks on. And I've also given the avocado tree a nice wee blanket that needed a mulch, and I thought, well, why not try it out? So let's see how it all works out. As if I didn't have enough examples already, the secret garden delivers again. I've just come to pull out a weed, and look what I have found. I don't know what they are, but they're all through here. So I'm going to weed it up and see what we've got. Okay, so it is quite magnificent, really. It's this whole kind of lump here, And you can kind of see these runner roots and then these bits popping up. And I cut a whole lot of rather long flower stalks, dead flower stalks from off them, so it looks like some sort of succulent that has hopefully magnificent flowers. Yay!